All right, we also want to hear from somebody who's actually been putting this thing to use, and you probably know her, you probably love her. If you don't, you should.
Right.
Let's talk to Katie from PureCom.
So yeah, Katie Myers, I'm the CEO of Pure Communication, and we keep your customers from cheating on you with your competition. And our biggest tool to do that is AllProWebTools. So we use it internally, but we also use it to implement customer retention and follow-up strategies for every single one of our customers. So I just wanted to kind of share some alternative ways that maybe you're not particularly thinking about as to how you can use AllProWebTools, and some systems that we really like to utilize and implement. The first is you absolutely can use this once they're your customers or beginning with our prospects, but we really like to use it from the second that we meet a new person. So I just met Stranger Angel, and I have a connection, I want to meet with her for a one-to-one, and so we track that all the way through our system. So one of the things that we use is the statuses in the contact cards, and we actually have a status for every single step of our sales process. So when we teach our follow-up strategies and our customer retention plan strategies, the first question we have for you is, what is your sales process? So if you don't know what your sales process is, very simple thing to do is have a conversation with someone else, and I will sit down and say, Angel, if I want to be a customer of yours, how do I do that? Walk me through your steps. So for example, our steps are, we have a one-to-one conversation with you, get to know you, you get to know us. If there's interest, then we invite you for a pure powwow consultation. So it's a 30-minute consultation where it's 100% reflected about you and what your company needs. And then we then go into a discovery session. Then you become a customer and you go into monthly implementation. We have a status for every single one of those things. So at a glance, when we're in the view all for our contacts, then we can search by status, and I can see every single person that I'm waiting to have a one-to-one with, or that I'm waiting to start a customer retention plan for. So it's a really great way to practice and follow your sales process. So I encourage all of you, if you don't know what your sales process is, go home today, spend a few minutes, pretend like you're walking somebody through it, and write down every single step and activity that you do and that you use to be able to get somebody from a prospect to a customer. And then using that through AllProWebTools, man, it is just, it's so easy and so simple. Any of you that know me and Grace in PureCom, you may know that we have a 30-minute rule. Our 30-minute rule is if we can't figure out how to use it in 30 minutes, we're either not doing it, or we're going to have to hire somebody to do it. We figured out AllProWebTools in 28 minutes. So if that tells you, from a non-technology person, I was just explaining to Mel and Bobby Sue that it's all magic as far as I'm concerned. It's little wizards somewhere doing something. It's little wizards over at AllProWebTools that are making this work. But if we can figure it out, you can absolutely figure it out. And just start off slow. Start off with the little pieces of your business and the systems that you know. What are the main priorities? Is it following up with existing customers? Is it having that sales process? Is it just sending, you want to do some marketing and prospecting? Figure out what those pieces are and utilize those pieces, and then it's a beautiful system that will grow with you. So I don't have a whole lot more that I do have a whole lot more. I could talk for hours and hours about this stuff, but if you do want to have a follow-up system, or you want to learn how to actually implement these systems specifically for customer retention or follow-up, we'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you. We're very happy to share the partnership that we have with AllProWebTools, because they make our job and our business run so much smoother. So thank you, Dave.
Awesome, Dave. And that's what is so exciting about this, is being able to help people to grow their businesses and to realize that American dream. We did want to create an opportunity here if there's anyone else that would like to talk about how they're using AllProWebTools.
I personally have not had the opportunity yet, which I was planning, which is why I'm here. However, I have sent several clients to Katie, and not only have they been taught by Katie how to use AllProWebTools just for that client retention piece, but for them to have the capability to build their website, for it to be all-inclusive. And most of the clients that I sent that way have had like 10 different apps that they've been using trying to get all of this to encompass into one, and they've been frustrated. And as we know, business owners don't have that time. So it's so nice that they can go to this one spot, kick it out, get it done. One of them is a locksmith, and he's doing better. But at least he's not using 12 different systems to make one thing happen. And the fact that he's more efficient is worth more than I don't think you're charging enough. We need to talk.
Definitely not.
So get it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
To piggyback on what Sabina's saying, what I really like that you've done here, Dave, is you've put together a system that's simple enough for people that they'll actually use it. So oftentimes in business, entrepreneurs will have, no matter how many applications, whether it's 1 or 10, if it's too complicated, they won't use it. And their business suffers because they're not using anything effectively. So kudos to you and your team. This is just a beautiful product for what it does. I think the simplicity is fantastic.
Thank you.
You bet.
We all probably use Microsoft Excel for our businesses. What percentage of the power of Microsoft Excel do you think you've tapped into?
2%.
Did you know that you can have a cell change colors based on the value of what's in there programmatically? Do you know that there's people who have written video games in Microsoft Excel? That thing's powerful. And it's also expensive. What is it, $200–300, something like that? You're paying for all that development time. Some poor programmer stayed up all night figuring out how to make that cell turn a color for you, and you don't even use it, right? And so that's the reason that our price is as low as it is to allow small businesses that are struggling with limited resources to get themselves into a structure that's going to grow with their business, but only offer those features and functionalities that are really necessary. We don't need all that stuff. There's simple processes. We want to be able to create our invoices. We want to be able to track our leads, track our customers, and take care of our business. So that's really what's been kind of the guiding principle of the development of AllProWebTools. So thank you very much for recognizing that. We appreciate it.